guys. The OMG unfortunately is not a perfect build. A couple of Titans have made it over to the right side here. If you notice the large S and the large L on the right side of the OMG there. One's a serpent and one is, I think, a giant llama, I forget. But the serpent's the problem. He's making some really good time getting through the OMG, and I'm going to have to set up a couple of systems to make sure that he can't get through. So this lousy serpent actually managed to make it through the grinder. I'm actually pretty impressed. We've beaten the ever-living daylights out of him, but he's made it. So he's actually gotten over to here. He's looking at trying to destroy the hatchway there. So we're going to unpause and let him. Oh, looks like he got confused for a second. I'm not sure what he thinks he's doing. He might be destroyed. Ah, there he goes. So, as you could tell, he destroyed the hatchway from here 2 squares over. So they've got some range. Something to keep in mind, folks. Now, we should clean his clock again as he comes back up on the ramp. And thwack. So, we've taken him out once, but that's going to break the entire loading process of draining the undead into the grinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the front door. Well, hang on. I gotta remember which one is the front door at this point. That's the cart return, that one. Add new task. There we go. So, now that that lever's pulled, we'll keep him on the system. He should run up along here, run over to here, and try and break up this hatchway as well. That's going to cause problems for me in the long run, but hopefully we can stick him to this. Now, something I didn't mention earlier, if we go up a few squares, I'm creating another lava dump zone, and this one will feed into this. Because this guy had come in, and because he was causing so many problems, because I got a pair of these mega beasts right here on the rails on the right side, shows me that while this trap, while incredibly effective, is not perfect. So we need to be able to flood the system. So what I'm setting up to do here is I'm setting up to flood both sides of the system because I don't want to open a passage on this level to allow the lava to flow through. And since it's unpressurized, this will not flood both sides. So I'm going to have to flood the right, and I'm going to flood the left. To do that, I'm going to put the track stop on a lever, so that once I flood the right, I'll shut off the track stop, I'll move it to the left, and we'll flood that side as well. We'll just clear the system out with lava. To do that, though, I had to move the track stop over one step, because here, I put a wall. This is because of the anti-flyer defense I put in. One of the things that was happening earlier, in case you missed one of my earlier episodes, was flyers were getting through the system. They were flying either over the lava and then cutting in, or they were flying around the system. Somehow or another, they were avoiding my minecarts. What I have done is I put in 4 walls. I put in one at each side over where the cart risers are. What this does is it makes sure that they have to go in 1Z level up through this passageway. At the very least, I forced them into that. The second thing I did was I put in a pair of blockers over the lava to make sure that they ended up on the tracks. Once they're on the tracks, once they're in a 1Z high area, they have to walk. So that's the purpose of that. And once they do that, they pass down the pathway because it's the shortest path at that point, and the minecart eventually hits them. Haven't had much problem with flyers since I've done that, but this serpent is fast. He's getting 8 to 10 boxes every time he gets up if the minecart doesn't hit him fast enough. So that's how we got over here. Now, once I get this area up here finished being built out, I've already started the tracks. What's happening is oh, okay, they're done now. We had a massive party going on upstairs, and 5 out of 6 of my guys were just being a pain in the butt and just not coming down and doing work. So we'll have this drilled out. I'll run a track over here, put a tracks up here. I'll get some grates into place so I don't have the same problem as last time. I'm going to make sure flyers can't go up, and we will go to work. Don't ask me why, but I figure it's only fair to plug my favorite beer for playing Drunken Fortress, Alaskan Amber. No, they're not promoting me. No, I get no money for this advertisement, but they are tasty. And FurnaceClans 15 has mostly been done under its influence. Now for giggles, I have more migrants coming. The last time migrants showed up, we had a bit of an issue. As you can tell, the migrant waves are pretty significant. We're going to see what we get this time. There's no way I can let them in yet, but as long as the migrants have arrived, despite the danger, if we head over to the trap area, oops, pardon me, wrong level, you'll notice, okay, well, I've closed the bridge down. I haven't started the flooding yet. We'll bring you to that when we get there. But I've created a almost finished an access point. Now, here's what's going to happen here. This hatchway is under pretty significant danger. I actually have to move this hatch. I haven't decided how I'm doing that, but here's the general philosophy. The average undead will be coming through here. I need to get a bridge on this side of this to defend from flyers, etc., etc., and to make sure that our local Titan population doesn't come in and wreck the idea. But here's the general thing. If I blow out this wall, migrants will come through here and come to this meeting area that I've got set up here. In between migrant arrivals, this bridge will be closed. When migrants arrive, I'll close this bridge and open this one. This pressure plate is set to any creature that's not a migrant, so it'll open this hatch behind them. So any migrants that can escape and get in will be able to without closing this hatch. This hatch leads to this stairway, just drop down 2, and it's the same idea as earlier. Oh, wait. I forgot to remove a ramp. Easily taken care of. And what this run does is it runs behind the dwarven reactor here, and then just heads right over here into near the lever room. So that's kind of a migrant trap. The idea is any undead chasing them will hit this, get stuck, eventually path into the OMG. Now, to do this, I have to set up traffic routes. I have to make sure that migrants understand that these routes are evil, and actually I need to normal this portion of the path. And they'll understand this is restricted, so they won't want to path through the restricted area when they have another choice. And I'll high path route this, so they will choose that by preference. This is using pathfinding in your protection. When they're coming in, I'll activate that meeting room. I don't want my guys randomly wandering up here for no good reason. And we will be able to, hopefully, catch some migrants. But in the meanwhile, they're about to get ground out. And since it's always funny to watch migrants get ground out, let's see if we can find them. Here we go. Here's our migrants. Okay, we got a couple of them booking to the left here. Let's see what we got in there. I got a doctor, miner. Okay, that's a doc. That's the miner. Leather worker. Some poor animal trainer. Oh, a potash maker. He'll be missed. A fisher dwarf. And a bowyer. Oh, he would have been helpful. I'm starting to work on converting my guys into using bows instead of maces. We'll get to that eventually. I've got a plan. We know how that works out usually, but yep. Oh, somebody caught somebody's pet. Oh, we got a chef in the back. They're just scrambling for their lives. Run, little guys, run! Huh. Okay, so the donkey is beaten on a reindeer cow corpse. Yes, 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 you're under combat. I know that. These guys look like they're actually semi-safe. Oh, I may regret this, but we're going to open the front door. Let's see. They're trying to store items in the stockpile. Okay, actually, hang on a second here. What we're going to do is I need to forbid the entire surface. And you know what? While I'm at that, I'm going to bring my military up to point just to make sure I don't get any problems coming in the front door. Now, what do we have out there on the surface? Oh, in case you were curious, I'm actually down to 33 undead. The majority of them are the underground forgotten beasts that are besieging caverns 1 and 2. The rest kind of are upstairs. The dog corpses actually got out of the trap I had built earlier. So when they got killed earlier, they actually got released from the chains that I had them hooked up to. So that was good to know. Let's see what's happening on the surface here. Oh, looks like they killed the turkey. They're all getting interfered with by the turkey corpse. We got one who made it. All right, the animal trainer made it in. The cook made it in. Oh, hit the wrong button. Sorry, folks. The fisher dwarf made it in. There's Mr. Useful. And the bowyer keeps getting screwed up upstairs. Let's see. Who's left? Okay, nobody down where they entered. Looks like I'm doing this the hard way. Alright, citizens, where's that bowyer? There you are, center. Okay, he's up here. Where's he going? He's made it. I don't have any corpses down here yet. Alright, we're going to go to safe and sound. We're going to add citizens to the burrow. We're going to add everybody into it so they stop screwing around upstairs. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where'd you characters just run off to? Why are you going upstairs? I just saved you! Why did you just run out to the land of the undead, you morons? Alright, oh, you drunken beards. Okay, we're gonna go to military. We're gonna go to the brass set. We're gonna add in 2 more people to it that aren't assigned yet. Okay, hang on. Miners League has... Well, actually... Huh. Whoops. Sorry about this, folks. I missed a miner. You read all the dwarves, please. Thank you. Okay. Thought Brazen was a miner. Did I lose Brazen? Yeah, looks like somehow or another I lost Brazen. I'm not sure how. But he's been missing for a week. Looks like Brazen got himself up on... Nope, that's Sarvesh. That's a second Sarvesh. No, that's not Brazen. I'm not entirely sure how I lost Brazen. But apparently Brazen got himself killed, so there went one of my children, which is a shame. Alright. So that takes care of the miner I was worried about. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a couple more people into the squad. You're new. You're new. And we're going to create a new squad. Which means I need another noble. Which means I need to find somebody not in a squad. Military squad. Nope. Okay. Who's not set in a squad? Okay, you're lumberjack, you're miner. So we will make our potash maker, Onul, into a militia captain. And we'll go back. Military squad. This militia captain, we will create a squad. We will make them... no uniform for the moment. I just need to control where they go. Okay. The gears are blockading. We will move them back here. We will reset the move. Oops. Reset the move here so the brass sack gets inside. And we'll try and make sure nobody's sitting on the surface. It's a shame about losing brazen, but, well, you know, these things happen. Okay, do we have anybody else left on the surface? Alright, nope, those are a pair of undead up there. Okay, that looks like we got everybody in. Oops, nope, I lied. We've got Deucim and Eater up here, getting the crap beaten out of them. Yep, alright, we're going to close the door. Sorry, gentlemen, you are now expendable. Squads. Hopefully somebody comes up and pulls this lever. We're going to military, squads D. We are going to cancel their station. So hopefully they pull the lever. Okay, and we got some new migrants in. Rock on. We finally have manpower. Or dwarf power, I guess you can call it. Well, hopefully next time we can get in the merchants, but that's a step in the right direction, considering at one point I had over 600 undead on the surface. Well, when something interesting comes up, I will get back to you, but right now, yep, our our llama and our serpent are still in place. We have grates in play. Our track stop is where it needs to be. We have a random wheelbarrow left behind, probably because I stationed folks. So we will squad C, remove the station. We lost somebody from the brass set. Well, we will steal them from the gears of blockading. There you go. Oh, no, you're dead. We'll grip your rest. And we will be good to go for a little bit. Now, next step up, let's flood the OMG. Bring it back when I get to that point. So, with those migrants coming inbound, it got to be a little difficult in Dwarf Therapist with all of the issues I'm having with it because of the zombies to figure out which dwarves were new and which ones actually made it in. So what I did was I went to the user screen, and down here you'll notice you have Manage Labors DF Hack. That brings you into this screen. It's not the most user-friendly, but it's functional enough for what I need. So what I did was, down here you'll see Sort By, and you can change that. And what I did was I sorted it to arrival. Now, once I did that, these are all of my old dwarves. These are all the children we've gotten. And these are all the new dwarves who showed up. So what I did was I went down into them, hit V for View Creature, Y for Customize, and gave them custom profession names. By doing that, I was then able to go into Dwarf Therapist, group by profession, and find my haulers. These 6 guys. So I was able to turn off, turn on, set them up the way I wanted. What we've done, I've added one of these guys as a miner. He's my crossbow maker. He actually made it inside. Most of the rest of these guys are pretty blank. My potash maker is going to help out with farming. I've got a guy who's a miller, so that'll help out some. I'm going to create some dyes and things like that. Added one guy to plant processing, another guy to pressing, and the last guy up to weaving. If I need more jobs, I'll just fill in with that. But right now, these guys are stored that way. They're under haulers. You'll notice what I didn't do was rename Ether. The reason for that is if I go center on him, he's upstairs and he's in the middle of getting killed. He's not long for this world, so be that. But that lets me get these guys organized, and we're almost done finishing up the flooding mechanisms. Our track stop is built. Excuse me. There we go. Track stop is built. I'm currently building a new lever to hook to the track stop over here. And once that's in place, I'll start up the magma system and I'll show you the flood. So here's our magma system. I've confirmed that we don't have the derailer involved. We're going to go turn that on. That'll fire off the magma carts when somebody pulls that lever. These two guys keep trying to stand up on me, so does this other titan over here. I'm getting some job cancellations, not sure why. I haven't done a test run with the carts. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. Okay, doesn't look like we're getting any backups. Things are getting a little stuck, but we can live with that. Alright, so our flooding has begun. It's landing right around here. That's going to take a few minutes to completely flood out. Just want to make sure we don't end up with any problems up here. Alright, I've already got one cart in the shunt here. Let's go forbid that. Let me forbid all my mine carts. Just to make sure nobody gets silly with it. And just forbid them as they come by. Nothing else in that system. Nothing's jammed in the holding loop. Okay. Oh, you didn't drop lava. Why not? There we go. Okay. Oh, something got a little screwy there. Not sure what. Just make sure we don't have these guys wandering off. We don't. Okay, you stood up again. You can see we're up to 4 or 5 levels. You stood up. And thud. Alright, so the flooding is beginning. Mine carts seem to be behaving themselves mostly. I've just got one too many carts on the system or something of that nature. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to fiddle with it some more. But as you can see, we're up to 4 or 5 here. Well, we're at 4 or 5 over there too. Oh, that's because this will still level off at this level, but we won't flood until later. Alright, once we get some more flooding in here, I'll bring you back. So, we started to get some magma splash coming up here, up on the rail area. This door has been closed for a little bit, so nothing should be trying to path in, so I'm not worried about that breaking pathing right now. But if we take a look, you'll notice magma 1 of 7. So we're already starting to get splash up. Now that should be falling back down into that area of the pit, but the flooding will function. This may get ugly over here, but hopefully this doesn't become a problem where we actually get magma flood all the way out to here, but we might. This could be a little dangerous, but with this pit here, I'm not too worried about a little bit of magma flow coming out this way. We should have plenty of blockade going on. So, see, now we're starting to get a little wider of a flood right here. It doesn't evaporate too quickly. And once we've flooded the system fully, I'll be able to pop the drain underneath, and we'll clear the system. We'll go get all our goblinite out, and we'll go from there. One of the things I was concerned about was the minecart wasn't going to be able to get back up through this deeper layer of lava. It appears it actually is. That's good. I don't want it to be 7-7 on this level, and the reason for that is because I don't want the bodies to skip and cause spray and get spray up on the rail area. So we'll lower this back down. We'll probably fill it back to 4-4-ish, but this is good to know. Once we're done saving, there we go. Autumn has come. Now, one of the things that'll be interesting to watch how it behaves is as this section floods up, this will block the magma on the upper level, so it'll have to flood around. We're going to see how that works out. Same thing's going to happen over here. Luckily, on the left side, I'm a little less concerned. As long as these two bodies get incinerated, I'm fine. One of the reasons this is taking as long as it is because we're filling both sides of this right now, all the way up. There's my cart. I was a little worried. And we're still trying to get to something that's inaccessible. Not sure what or where that is, but... Okay, flooding is getting a little wider here. Bring it back when this gets fully up. So, we're not completely full yet, and I'm already starting to get spillover into the main passageway here. I'm not too concerned about the dwarven water reactors, just because the magma is unpressurized. I won't be able to get up to that level. We just incinerated one of the corpses. That's where all that smoke came from. Yep, we're starting a massive flood over here. Okay, the cart's starting to slow down some. It's having a hard time getting out of the lava, it looks like. It's getting there, though. As long as it keeps going, it'll keep everything somewhat pinned down. Once the serpent is incinerated over here, I'll go flick the track stop, and we'll start flooding the other side. Just waiting for this thing to finish filling up. Starting to get some flooding, heavier flooding, and starting to backflow. Alright, bring you back when something else interesting with this happens. I'm pretty much just watching this like a hawk. So a problem has arisen. The minecart just got jammed up on the track stop. And it's got 2.7 magma in it. Flow was slowing it down. It hit this track stop with minimum friction, which shouldn't have made a difference, but that's where it just got jammed up. My guess is due to the thickness of the magma. So at this point, we have lost cart. So I'm not sure why we're flooding up here, except for the fact that the cart was dumping magma. Oh, right, the track stop. Track stop was dumping magma in 7.7. It had nowhere to go. This could cause me some problems, but we're going to see how this goes. Serpent's still dead. As long as I can get some magma on him, we'll be good. Make sure my magma system's still running. No cart's stuck. Okay, we're still delivering magma. I believe we just smoked them. Oh, it's on fire. Two X's. Okay, we have cleared the right side of the system, so I'm going to go over here. Yep. We're going to pull the lever to switch the magma to the other side. Okay, so this track stop is now off. The magma is getting dumped over on the left side now. We'll flood that section of the corridor. Didn't get too much magma flow going over here. The other concern I have is this guy. That's the other Titan that's in the system. I'm worried about him being able to stand up. Okay, magma's flowing. See, if I see combat reports now, that means one of these guys is dead and on fire. Okay. And he's fried. Okay, the rest of these guys are just little guys. If worst case scenario, I can kill them. So, we flooded the system. I'm going to let the flood continue. Just catch up to here. Just take out whatever's left. And then what we'll do is we'll turn off the magma system. And allow this thing to drain out. So, this was relatively successful. A little bit of flooding. I was hoping the minecart wasn't going to get stuck, but it did. There's not much I can do about that. This magma here is already starting to dissipate. Okay. Looks like we've cleaned up our corpses. Got no combat reports, and nothing is alive and on fire. Just a lot of smoke. It's just melting down all the goblinite and random leather goods and whatnot. See, this is what I was talking about. We'd start backing up against this. Oops. What the heck's going on? Oh, somebody withdrew from society. That's fine. So it's... Oh, come on. Yeah, fine. You got a Craftsdwarf's workshop. I don't care. It's hitting this wall, and it's starting to flow around the side. So, we're pretty much done with as much as we're going to do there. We're going to pull the lever for the magma filler decarter, which will drop this bridge here and pull our minecarts off the system. Okay. And so we have flooded out the system, cleaned up our problem children. Now, there is a magma drain. There we go. And that magma drain, oops, will open these floodgates. Like so, and this will drain out the entire magma system so that we can get access to it and do maintenance. So, that was successful. I'm going to go figure out why my hauler decided to withdraw from society and go make sure he's got the goods he needs. And I will bring you back for the next episode of FurnaceClans. This should pretty much clean up this one. I'll probably open up the migrant system on the next one. I got to do a little maintenance in here. For example, reassemble some hatchways, rebuild this pressure plate, and relink it. Well, I don't have to rebuild it. I just got to relink it. So we're going to go from there. I will see you for the next episode. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, wait. Oh, a werebull. Whatever. See you next time.